Well, family, how the heck are you? I hope you're doing fine. Hope you're doing well. It's been a crazy month, week, couple of last weeks. So we had taken some time because I had mentioned in my last live stream that we were packing up our family, that we were going to move across the country, and that we were going to be incognito for a bit. And so packed everything up. Everything's ready to go. I get a call from Arizona that my apartment had fallen through. Tried to call about 40 to 50 other apartment complexes across Phoenix, Tempe, Gilbert, Chandler, and Mesa. So all within that kind of metroplex of the valley, as they call it, for Phoenix. And they didn't have any units. So we were about 3 days removed from actually having to vacate our apartment now. And my landlord currently in Texas had given me extra time to get out of there. So unfortunately, my apartment falls through. I don't have a replacement. I'm freaking out. I'm praying about what to do. And the Lord, puts on my heart to go ask my manager if we can renew. He was happy to do that. So we're going to be in the same place that we've been. And we could use a lot of prayer for that, because obviously those things that we've been talking about for the last year and a half during the ministry are still there. There's still crime and arrests and drugs and witches and everything. And so we're staying here until we can afford to go somewhere a little nicer. So we could use some prayers for that. And my moving funds have been tied up with the whole Arizona process thing, refunds in process and that kind of thing. So if we could use some prayer for provision, that would be great. And the hope is, family, is that Friday night we can do a Revelation study stream together. It'll be our first one in a while, because things have just been so crazy between me tearing my ACL, me getting re-aggravated with the injury when I was working back as a substitute teacher again. I ended up subbing temporarily before I was starting my new job, and I actually got tripped by some very poorly placed furniture in the classroom, fell on that same ACL, re-aggravated there for a while. The Lord's been working on my knee though, and it's feeling a lot better. The heart stuff has felt a lot better. The kidney and liver stuff has felt a lot better. So if you guys know, it's been a season of kind of just getting wrecked by health issues and financial issues and jobs either not paying us or falling through. And so the Lord has provided a career path, which is fantastic. I did have the ability to transfer. So before I even started in Phoenix, which I was supposed to start yesterday in Phoenix before the apartment fell through last second, they transferred me to the Fort Worth office, which is great. It means that I can work. It means that I can provide for my family. So if you guys can pray for God's provision in the meantime while we're waiting for that first whole pay period to go through. This is my first time having kind of an adult job, I'll call it, that's not like teaching. So it's, instead of a weekly schedule, it's like bi-weekly, but it's the middle of a thing. So like I'm not getting paid for like 3.5 weeks, which is stressful, but God's got it. And so if you guys can just pray for that and for peace and for success in my new job, I'd really appreciate it. I basically have 2 months of training, and then I get to go and do my job in a higher capacity, which is awesome. I get to help families renovate their homes and get paid for it. So I've got some experience with that, because my mom and dad owned a remodel company when I was in high school, and I did a lot of work with them over the years. And so I'm able to use some of that knowledge to kind of help hone the craft and help make homeowners have informed decisions. And that's really exciting. And so it's something that I didn't think that I would enjoy so much, but I've been working at this company for a little bit now. I'm really excited to be a part of it. It seems like a really good, positive culture. It seems like they really invest in the people, and they help them get trained, and they help them have a good career path. And so my goal, I've already talked to the senior leadership, and I've already talked to my leaders in my office. My goal would be that by next August, I could potentially relocate to Ohio to help them open a new office out there. And that way we are still having an adventure, still having a new opportunity, still kind of getting out of Texas, which is our end goal, I think. I still feel the Lord has put on our heart to leave Texas, maybe just with a little bit of more sure footing with a career path and things of that nature. So all that to say this is that, it's been a really tumultuous time. We're kind of coming out of it. We could still use prayer for provision and things like that while we're in the interim. But I do have a job, which is fantastic. We do have a place to stay, which is great. We did get rid of a lot of stuff and declutter, because we thought we were going to take everything in a 6x12 trailer, which means that our lives are genuinely much easier now that we're not having to deal with as much laundry or as much, extra stuff that we didn't need. So the Lord has definitely used this time to be a time of refreshing and renewing. When I told you guys last week that I had to take a week off, this was right after the apartment fell through. I was feeling very overwhelmed, and I did not feel in my spirit that I was in a place to come and minister and to teach and things of that nature. And so the Lord has really been working on me as he's kind of shown that he is still Jireh, God the provider. And so, man, I still cover your prayers, but it looks like we're finally, for the first time in the 3 years that I've been out here, on an upward trend. We've got a career path. We've got goals of moving in a way that the company will pay to relocate and help out with housing in that situation. And so there is a path forward, which is fantastic. I really enjoy that. I'm very grateful for that. And so that's what's been going on with us. So I know a lot of you guys have been expressing concern. You've been telling me that you're praying, and I really genuinely appreciate it. And I know that you guys have been worried because you're used to me posting weekly or 2 times or 3 times a week, and it just has been so inconsistent lately. The blessing is that we're going to be in a position now to where I have a stable job, and we're not having to do 2 or 3 different jobs at once. There was a period of time where I was working like 2 or 3 different jobs, and it was getting really hard. And so now we can do one job. We can do it well. We can do it for the glory of Christ, and we can have more time for ministry and more time for fellowship and things of that nature. So I appreciate your prayers. I ask that you continue to pray for provision and for peace and for things like that, as we're still kind of dealing with not fallout, but kind of shock from not moving like we wanted to. And there were really specific reasons that we wanted to move out of the state, and the Lord has kind of told us to stay put for a season until we can go and open that new office potentially in Ohio. And so we're feeling good about that. We're praying about that. Obviously, August is a long time from now, but we are in deep prayer, and we're asking Jesus to illuminate our path. We don't want to go anywhere the Holy Spirit is not calling us to go, and so we're testing that in the Spirit. That opportunity is ever present, and as long as I can do a good job and that the Lord sanctions it, we can potentially do that. And so that is what's going on. That is the update. I wanted to come and do a short video before Friday. I'm hoping that Friday we can do a Revelation stream in the evening time. More information to come as I look at my training schedule for the week. If I can come home early Friday, and I could spend time with my beautiful wife and my beautiful daughters, and they're feeling sick. If you could pray for them as well, because it's been just crazy. We'll have more information to follow, and in the evening time we'll get into some good word, and we'll have our current events updates, and we'll have our Bible studies, and we'll finish up 2 Thessalonians, and we'll finish up Revelation, and then as the Lord leads me, we're going to go through books of the Bible together in an expository way. Those are the plans moving forward for our community. That's the plan moving forward for our family. If you guys could be praying for the things that I mentioned, I would be deeply appreciative. And I want to let you guys know that I have been praying for you. I see your comments, and I haven't been able to respond to all of them, and I'm really sorry, but I have been reading them. I do check. I have been making sure that there's no heretics or anything in the chat while we've been away. And so where we're at now, guys, is that we are occupying until Christ gets here. I'll tell you personally where my heart is at. I'm going to be watchful and expectant. I believe that it could be any second of any day. But what I'm not going to do is is start putting more stock into more days, because inevitably what happens, and I'm going to be very transparent and vulnerable with you right now, whenever those days come and pass, I get really bummed out. I do. And what's happening is that whereas Christ has told us that no one knows the day or the hour, but we will know the season, there are times where people hype up days, and all of a sudden those days come and go, and it's like, man, you get bummed out, and you're like, I'm not going to get super hyped up this time, but then you do, and then you get bummed out. It's a cycle. So here's what I'm going to do, and I would encourage you to do the same thing. I'm living every day like it's my last day on the earth. Everything that I'm doing for the glory of Christ. Every opportunity, I'm sharing the gospel of Christ. I'm occupying until he comes, and I'm looking up expectantly. And I would encourage us to all do the same thing. So don't be hiding in bunkers. Don't be locking yourself inside. Go out and share the gospel while we're still able. All right. So God bless you guys. We'll see you Friday. I'll post a kind of pre-video stream link. I don't ever do that, and I need to get better about it. So forgive me there, but that's what we're going to start doing. It's going to look like lately, probably moving forward, we're going to start doing is probably like a Friday and Saturday stream schedule. So we might have like a news blitz for the week and a Bible teaching, or we might do like 2 Bible teachings on one day as like pre-recorded videos or live streams, and then do like a live stream for the news. We'll figure it out. There's definitely been a lot going on. If you guys haven't been following the news, follow Keegan Fernandez, follow Bubba News. Pete's been covering it super well. Be praying for guys like Chooch and Bro Tyler and Tom as they're on the front lines and they have not taken a breath from out of the fight. And I hope to rejoin them soon. So I just want to let you guys know how much I love you. Please be praying for our family and God bless you guys. And we will definitely see you soon. So I love you guys. I've missed you guys and I cannot wait to get back into the battle for the kingdom of Christ with you. All right. So God bless you guys. We'll talk soon. And you'll see a new layout in our room for recording and we'll talk about it later. So God bless you guys. We'll hang out soon. All right. All right. The peace of God be with you. May the Lord protect you and bless you and pour out his mercy all over you. And I hope that Christ smothers you with his love this week. All right. God bless you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.